My full name was Gerardina Johanna Smala, and they called me Diny. Well, at home they called me Diny, Grandma called me Dina, and in school they called me Dientje. And Arnold is Andreas Groenestege. We have been married almost 65 years. And if you don't pick on each other and just look at the good sides of each other, you have a happy marriage.
Oh yeah, very good marriage, Diny.
Yeah.
No complaints
You always got
about life.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Yeah, he is the best. We met through his cousin, because they were both going to emigrate, Andy Grass and him. And Andy had a girlfriend and Arnold didn't. So he says to Arnold, you better get one too. So then...
Well, in the meantime, they had you picked out already.
Yeah, because Arnold's sisters and me were friends already, and he asked Arnold's sister and me to come to their place, 17 kilometers biking. So, and then I was 19 years old, August 15, 1952. And he asked me if I wanted to date him. And I said kind of no, because I didn't want to date too early. And then my sister and his sister asked, what did you say? And I said kind of no. Oh, you're crazy, he's such a good guy. So he asked again, and then I said, okay. And then he biked us home. And then when he stopped, he said he was going to Canada. Well, I said, that's what everybody
Yeah,
was.
I thought I better tell her right away, you know.
And then he says, then I said to him, that's what everybody goes that doesn't want to work in Holland. So, and then he says he had no chance to start farming in Holland, that's why he went. And by the time they left, Andy had no girlfriend anymore. And Arnold did. And we were going to wait for each other for 2 years. We came by boat to Canada.
Yeah.
And we were 10 days on the boat, and I was seasick all the time. I lost 10 pounds. So, and then that was March the 31st that we landed in Canada, and we couldn't accept the farm till April 1st. So we stayed overnight at Boorsens. And the next morning, Arnold had acute appendicitis and he had surgery at 11 o'clock in the morning. That was my first day in Canada. 3 cows.
Yeah.
One cow cost more than $100. It was a beautiful black cow. I wasn't supposed to tell anybody that we paid that much for the cow.
Yeah, we had 3 cows.
Yeah.
Started milking.
I milked them by hand.
A real farm woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready to go. She sooner worked outside than in the house.
Yeah, you told me that one time that I had a messy house.
No.
And I said, you look after the kids to drive them home and drive them around, and then I'll clean the house. And he said that was okay. And then the first time, I asked him and he said he had no time. I said, well, then don't tell me that I have a messy house again. But everybody thought we would never make it on the farm because we paid $14,000 for it. And all the neighbors' farms went for $6,000 or $8,000. And it took half a year before we got the hydro. But we were brought up without hydro, so that was good. So, and then for the well water, we had to go outside on the top of a well. And we got it there for drinking and all that. And when the kids needed a bath, I had to bring the water up on top of the kitchen because there was a wood stove there to heat that room. And then it was a big laundry tub that I put the water in, and then there it was the kids and take turns every time. And that's how we started. So when we started building this house here, we started building this house in '88. Oma Groenestege wanted to come, but she didn't want to come unless we lived in the new house. So we celebrated her 92nd birthday in the basement here. And we had 80 people sitting in the basement. And
that was in 92?
Yeah, 1992.
Yeah.
She turned 92. Arnold's mom was always a better cook than me. So then I let her make the soup one time. But I don't know how I got her to make it. But anyways, Arnold looks at me and he says, what's wrong with the soup? I said, your mom made it.
It tasted so much better.
There was a story in the Big Herald about a greenhouse. If you dug a meter of ground out and put rocks in it, that would heat the greenhouse. So I got up in the middle of the night and I started digging, and I put a meter of soil out of there. And I said to Arnold the next morning, you gotta come and bring me some rocks. He says, for what? I said, to get in the greenhouse. You're absolutely nuts. Don't tell anybody, he says. And then later, he said, if you want a greenhouse that bad, I'll build you one. Boy, what a guy. He can do anything. He can fix anything. He knows everything. And can do it on the computer.
Oh, you're very good too.
I took one computer course, and that's the first time I had a headache, and I passed it. And if I wanted to go on the computer, I would have to buy one for myself because Grandpa's son is all the time. But what a guy. What a blessing he is. So.
When you got married, you decide to help each other and make the best of it. And you got to know ahead that there is lots of trouble coming. Everybody has that. And you got to be able to overcome that.
Well, I told him, if you want to get rid of me, you go, I'm staying. And he says he spent so much time training me already.
Yeah.
I'm not going to start on another one either. I love you, buddy.
I love you too. Yeah, that's I know. And keep on going.
Yes. Yes. We're so blessed with all these children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Unbelievable.
So, there is an end to every good story, isn't there?
Yes. He is the best one I could ever find.
Yeah. After so many years, we found out that was the best we could have done.